Okay.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Hello, Hoopla World.
Hello.
Welcome again to our second series of Getting Social with Sarah. Thank you for joining me. We will be talking tonight to one of my closest friends, one of the most amazing hula hoopers I know, one of the sweetest people I have ever had the graces of meeting, Marisa Spitz, everybody. Give her a round of applause.
Hello. Thank you, Sarah. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be helping to celebrate 10 years of Bring the Hoopla with one of my bestest friends.
Happy 10 years, Marisa.
Thank you. Happy 10 years, Sarah.
So speaking of 10 years, it's actually really exciting because yesterday I had a Facebook memory from 2016 that you hit your 5-year in 2016 yesterday, which means that you also hit your 10-year hooping anniversary just yesterday. So happy anniversary to you as well.
Thank you. Yes, yesterday marked 10 years since I purchased my very first hula hoop. And since then, I will tell you, I have purchased many more, but that one definitely holds a special place in my heart because fast forward 10 years and here I am speaking with you.
How special. It made me really happy to see that memory. I was like, wow, convenient. So tell me a little bit about your journey thus far in your hooping world.
Wow, it has been very exciting. As I said, I purchased my first hoop and learned waist hooping. And from there, I joined the YouTube community. And way back then, there was something called Hoop City, which was a dedicated hula hoop social media platform. It was kind of like the MySpace of hula hoops. And
I don't know about this. Tell me about this. This is so interesting.
Yes, it was hoopcity.ca. It was run by a Canadian hooper named Sandra Sapphire, who was one of my very early inspirations. And it was, like I said, very similar to MySpace. So you would have your own little profile. There were groups that you could join, regional groups, which is how I connected with some Connecticut hoopers at first. And you could post your videos there and you could link up with other hoopers. You could post like a status, all sorts of those basic kind of social media posts. And it was a great way to meet and connect with other hoopers.
That is so cool. Well, for our younger viewers tonight, MySpace is kind of like Facebook. And if you don't know what Facebook is, it's kind of like Instagram. So we're dating ourselves a little bit, but we'll just move on. That is so cool. I actually did not even know that. I'm celebrating my 9th year hooping, I think this year. I'm hitting my 9. But I love that you are on your channel. Special that you get to celebrate along with Hoopla this month. Yeah. So you have been at the company for 6 years. You're in your 6th, right? You're 6?
Since June of 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's incredible. Yeah. That is incredible. So wow, that's so many years. We've done so much in all of that time. But I was thinking it would be fun if you could share a favorite memory that you've had working for Hoopla, being part of Hoopla, something that sticks out to you in your memory that you could share with everyone.
Sure. That's a very difficult question. Since 2014, Hoopla has brought so much into my life. I mean, you and I became friends really because of Bring the Hoopla, and it's because of you that I found Bring the Hoopla. We can get more on that later.
We won't get too teary-eyed, but we hooped at this lady's wedding last year, so.
Yes. Giving this a lot of thought, I would have to say my favorite memory with Bring the Hoopla was opening the Hoopla shop.
Oh,
such a special time and such a wonderful day. Our whole team came together. The shop looked beautiful. There was ribbon cutting ceremony. There was live music. We got to perform. And I just remember the joy from that day and feeling so proud of what Nicole had accomplished with Bring the Hoopla and what we had accomplished with Bring the Hoopla thus far. I mean, since then, we've done even so much more. But that day really sticks out in my mind. And there's a photo of you and I that was taken. I don't know, there was, some press there that day. And we're like holding some hoopla hoops. And I'm looking at you with like this huge grin. And I could just tell in that moment that we felt so proud of what Bring the Hoopla had built in that moment. And it was the perfect thing for the business in that moment. It brought us so many wonderful memories, so many great moments of just spending time in the shop, working on the product in the shop, bringing young hoopers in for summer camp at the shop, and
Oh yeah.
just those wonderful, wonderful memories, and just having that community come and support the business was just one of the standout moments, I would have to say.
Oh my gosh, I think that is such a beautiful moment to share. For our viewers that are unaware, Bring the Hoopla, for a few years, just a couple years back, we opened the first and only hula hoop store ever in Connecticut. We were in Shelton. We did have a ribbon cut, and Bill Purcell came and did a ribbon cutting for us. We all put on pretty dresses. Me and Marisa, I think we did 3 or 4 costume changes in that one evening where we were interacting with children, performing to live music, as well as then putting on basically gowns for our ribbon cutting ceremony. And it was just, as always, switching as we need to, but that is such a special time. We got to all hang out in a space that was dedicated and colorful, and honestly, that makes me just to remember like the bright purple walls, and I even kind of feel like surrounded by the same kind of color scope right now. I'm like, I think I can be there.
Yes, as you can see, my purple wall behind you.
We're still there in spirit. Oh, lovely. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. So for those of you that don't know, Marisa has been living in Boston for 3 years?
Since August of 2018, so just over 2 years, like 2.5 years.
Wow. So Marisa taught with us for a really, really long time. And when she moved on, we actually found a new position for her because, well, Lord knows I wasn't going to lose her, and I don't think any of us wanted to either. But so we figured out Marisa is a wonderful background in education and is probably one of the most intelligent people, and can put honestly anything down on paper and take the crazy ideas. I think me and Nicole said it last week, where you take these crazy ideas that we come up with and then you make them make sense and fit onto standards that are national and state. And she has been our curriculum creator for that time that she has been in Boston, and she works remotely, which is truly incredible, that although she has a full life in a different state, she's still dedicating so much time and energy to Hoopla, and we appreciate her so much. So could you tell us a little bit about what you do as curriculum creator and kind of about our curriculum that you create?
Sure, absolutely. My role working on the curriculum for Bring the Hoopla began shortly before moving, with kind of aligning our preschool program with some state standards, the early learning development standards that are used by preschools in the state of Connecticut, to make sure that children are getting high quality learning experiences. So what I do is I take our programming that is already wonderful and amazing, and I plug in all of these state and national standards, like you say, to just polish our product and to show customers and schools and families that there is real rich educational content in what we are doing. We are learning physical literacy and math skills and all sorts of things when we are hooping. And so my job as curriculum coordinator is to outline that, not only for schools and families, but also for our teachers as well, so that when our teachers go into facilitate a program at a school or a summer camp or even a birthday party, they know why we are doing what we do in each part of our program. They are learning themselves about the educational standards that are held not only in Connecticut, but nationally. And these outlining these standards in our programs really helps our teachers to deliver a high quality program. So they themselves, although our teachers do have excellent backgrounds in education and working with children, they don't have to exactly really think about all of these things when they're in the moment teaching a program. They just know, here it is, this is why I'm doing it, and this is how I'm going to give a great experience to these students. And not only do I take what we already have and align it, but I also really love to create new curriculum and tailor that to what people need. Recently, we had a wonderful opportunity to facilitate a STEM, science, technology, education, and math program in a public school. And it was really my pleasure to challenge myself a little bit. I mean, it wasn't too much of a challenge. We all know what what centrifugal force is and all these things, gravity, right? But I had the pleasure of creating a new program that we can bring to schools, a STEM program, which is 10 weeks of programming where children are doing scientific inquiry using their hula hoops. Math and science skills are embedded into these lessons. So I do still teach sometimes, and I dearly miss teaching hoopla classes, especially with you, Sarah. Early on in my hoopla career, we were teaching all of our classes together. Side note, the birthday parties that we taught together won an award, right?
They sure did. Oh my
God, they really did. And so
that was the year we had award-winning birthday parties for mommypoppins.com. Absolutely.
Yep, we won that award for sure, girl. And not only, I really do miss teaching all of these lovely hoopla classes, and I hold these memories dear to my heart, but it really is so important to me, and it really makes my heart sing that I am able to still contribute in such what I feel is a profound way, because I do believe that what we do is so valuable, and it just really makes me happy to create these programs.
I just love to listen to you talk. Isn't she so smart, everybody? I told you. I could listen to her talk forever. She's so pretty. She's so smart. So as we're wrapping up here, I just wanted to share like one memory, just so everyone can get a little background. So I have the pleasure of being the person that discovered Marisa. I found her. I get the credit for this.
I'm the lucky one, though.
But I get the credit. I found her. Oh my gosh. So I just want to tell that story very quickly before we leave.
I was hoping you would.
I almost can't get off without telling it. It's one of my favorite stories of my life. So I had gone to college in Waterbury, and Marisa was attending the same college that I had gone to previously. I had a performance background, and Marisa was looking for a co-performer. Now, Nicole mentioned in our last video, in our last Getting Social with Sarah session, how these Facebook groups that connect hoopers all the time, and Marisa posted in that same group looking for someone to perform along with her for the CT Pops, right? CT Pops concert, which is a orchestra in Waterbury that is truly phenomenal. I can't even, I think there's 30 to 50 people in it. It's very immaculate. It is worth checking out if you're into orchestrated music, like beautiful. There was this great opportunity, and as someone that came with the same background with that same school, I jumped right on it, and we had never met before, and we met up, and instantly I was so impressed by her, and she was telling me all of how she was going to school for education and how she was working with children, and she was a nanny at the time. Now, at the time, Bring the Hoopla was very small. Jackie had just stepped out, and it was just me and Nicole, and we had no idea what we were going to do. We had no idea. We were writing curriculum in a Starbucks based off of how I felt deep down. And that was how our curriculum. The bare bones had to come from somewhere. But I have to share that I was so nervous. I think we had gotten through 3 rehearsals together, and finally at the end of one, I got up the courage and I asked Marisa, like, if she would go to prom with me. No, I asked her if she would please join our company, if she had any interest in being part of Bring the Hoopla, and she smiled as big as she does, and with her gorgeous smile, it was just like, I was waiting for you to ask. was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
We live happily ever after, right?
And happily ever after. And that is the story of meeting my very, very bestest friend. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you for all you do for Bring the Hoopla and for me on a personal level. Don't know where our business would be without you. Don't know where I would be without you. You are so smart. You're so intelligent. You're so caring and thoughtful and beautiful. And I just love you so much.
I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm pretty sure after you asked me that, I met Nicole in that very same Starbucks where you all were doing your work. And we had a brief meeting and we left. And I said, I don't really know what this is, but I guess I'm going to do it like next week, right? It was pretty quickly that I jumped right into our Bridgeport programming. And I just can't even believe how wonderful this has been, and you all are a blessing in my life. Obviously, you are some of the closest people in my life, and to think that at that time when you asked me, it was just you and Nicole, and now our business is big. We have staff. There are staff that, hiring for the summer and for all these programs, and thinking about last year when everything, switched to remote, and just seeing how we all did our part and came together and
Incredible.
still provided that excellent programming and still reached out and connected with people. It's what people need. I truly believe it. And we continue to do it. I'm so proud and I'm so, so grateful. Thank you. And I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you. And just, Nicole did the math. I think it was up almost 40,000 children that we have interacted with in the past 10 years. I think it's about 4. I think I'm right on that number. She'll have to double check for me, but I'm pretty sure that's what she said for me last year.
And if that number seems very high to anyone, let me tell you, a day in the life of a hoopla gal, we put miles on the car, baby. We rack them up. We go up, we go down, we go all around. We do multiple things in a day. We can do it standing on our heads, and we love it. 40,000 more, I say.
I know, and here's the 10 years and 40,000 more. All right, Marisa, thank you so much for joining me for this session of Getting Social with Sarah. It is always a pleasure to see your face. Please send our love to Mr. Spitz. And of course, Aurora back there somewhere.
Oh, he was there. He snuck away. I was being too loud, I guess.
She's like, bye guys. The crazy girl's back.
She misses.
All right. I can't wait to see you next week for our big photo shoot. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. We will be having another session of Getting Social with Sarah next week. I will be joined with Michael Skirdick and Jimmy Ticky of Celebrate Shelton. Yes, very excited for that. So tune in again, and remember, check out our website, BringtheHoopla.com, on our socials, Bring the Hoopla on everything. We're on TikTok now. We're everywhere. I know. Look at us. We're staying current.
We really are. Can I also invite people to come and hoop with me virtually next Saturday morning at 9:30? I'm going to lead a fitness and flow class. So we are going to listen to some great music, and we are going to hoop, and we're going to sweat. So please come and hoop with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marisa. All right. We'll see you soon.
Sarah, see you soon. Love you so much.
Love you. Bye.
Everyone, thanks for joining.